Hi, everybody, it's Kat. It's about time on us. Oh, yeah, the Mervins. Mervins. Yeah. I don't know how widespread Mervins was. Yes, they sure did. Absolutely. They've been hitting the button for that dang elevator. Hmm, no, I can hear you. I'm gonna fix it.
It's fixed. Now it's fixed. Hey everybody.
Oh,
Hi. Hi.
everybody.
Hi. Hi. It's so funny. It's so Jeannie could hear me? I don't understand. I don't understand what happened. I don't understand at all.
Jeannie, Jeannie, I think she hears voices in her head. So,
Maybe she can read the lips. Did you hear? Oh, Mom said Mervins. They could hear you. That's what it was.
yes, they can hear me.
Hey
Yes,
everybody.
open Mervins.
Open, open,
Yeah,
open.
open the elevator to 10th floor because we're late.
We're super late. And I was even later. But I was here. It was the classic thing. I used to do it before, and I even did the plug. Now nobody's gonna hear the plug. Now all of the people who clicked on the video for the first time ever because of our great thumbnail, they're not even gonna know that we're here to talk about soaps, about General Hospital. What a just a terrible presentation for a first timer. I'm gonna have to go back and just restart the whole video. Just delete this one.
Are you going to do that?
No,
No.
no, we're late enough as it is. What am I gonna do? Make everybody wait another 10 minutes?
No, gosh, no.
No, everybody. Now you know what to expect when you come to the 10th floor, huh? Sometimes you don't hear me.
Yeah.
And instead, we focus on the real star of the show, my mom, Kat. Hi.
Sorry, y'all.
I'm so late. We're so late. It's okay. We're here, though. We're here, though. You were opening, hoping that we finally come
Yes,
all the way to the 10th floor to check on
we are
Jack Brennan.
finally here.
I said so many clever things. It's all good. It's all
Mm-hmm.
good. It's all good. We're not alone. Ma Tracy's here. Hello, Jenna. Cassie's with us. Connor, Keita, Carolyn, Jeannie, Udac, old Hollywood fan, 8009.
Hmm.
Vilma's with us this week. Hello, Vilma and Allie and Queen of the South. Oh, I think it's been a minute since you hung out with us, Queen of the South. At least, I think. Or I'm just crazy. We're amongst royalty again. Gosh, Alicia's here. So is Francis.
My gosh, you guys are so patient with us.
Bob and
Thank you.
Connor. Michelle, my goodness. It's packed. It's packed here on the 10th floor. It's
It's
packed.
packed.
There's reason to be. All right, there's a lot of people to visit. There's sick people, okay? You know, they have to wheel Drew in every once in a while for these false stroke examinations. We've got Jack Brennan laying comatose in a bed.
Yeah,
All right,
he's
they
right
they
there in General
just
Hospital,
let
isn't he?
Cullum out. Cullum was there for held up for a while after being shot.
Mm-hmm. He's out now.
You know, and then like Emma goes to the doctor as she should.
Yes.
You know, so you know everybody's just coming through. Just a never-ending parade of people coming in and out of General Hospital. It's
Yes.
almost as if they named the show after the place.
Yep. Even as if back in the
Oh,
early days, they didn't leave the hospital nearly as much.
Aisha's here too, and so is Dola. Oh my goodness gracious, ma!
My gosh.
I don't know. We're gonna have to reinforce the floor of the 10th floor. Screw a
Right.
second elevator.
That second elevator ain't never going to get fixed. We're just going to have to go up and down 4 times to get everybody up there.
But you know what?
Right?
There's all kinds of crime that everybody can do in the stairwell as they're going up and down.
Uh-huh.
You know, if there's anything that you need to pull off, chat, and you need to get through General Hospital, aim for that stairwell, okay? Or the side hallway. You can have all these hushed conversations in the side hall. You can talk about accidentally injecting people with the wrong drugs in the side hallway. You can talk about how Cullum is responsible for the death of your boyfriend in the side hallway. There's all kinds of conversations that you can have in the side hallway of General Hospital.
Sure
Apparently,
can.
it's a very
Sure
private
can.
place.
Sure can.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Francis got a question. Francis trying to help us find a lane,
Okay.
trying to get us started properly here on the podcast.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Francis wants to know, how do you guys, because you're one of the guys, Ma. You feel like one of the guys sometimes? You
Oh,
always.
especially when I was yeah, especially when I was a teenager.
Oh yeah. How do you guys like Valentine and Carly together?
I I kind of like it, and I never envisioned it in the past.
Right?
Thought about wonder about these two pairing someday. I never thought about. I always thought, she couldn't stand him, and he didn't have eyes for Carly. She wasn't his type, really.
And when it comes
It
down
didn't
to
seem.
it, when you watch Valentine and Carly, they had run in such different circles, they had been so opposed to one another, that you never even thought about like the enemies to lovers trope or anything like that when it comes to the two of them.
No, but but with what he's doing right now and his involvement with her, and and her problems. Um, she is his type because he is dangerous.
Oh yeah, totally right up Carly's alley.
Yes, he's
Oh yes.
dangerous. He's sexy.
And he's way more spry than
He
Sonny
has and
is.
he has a lot of control over his meat. He's not like Jason, but you know how he can just be really mechanical and turn off the emotion
He's
and
a
just be.
Valentine
Oh,
is a
she
Sunny
loves
Jason.
that.
He's a Sunny Jason, Ma. That's what he is.
He is sort of. Doesn't look like either one of them.
No.
I think that James Patrick Stewart should grow a full goatee.
Stop it,
I
stop.
know Jack Brennan already has one,
He wants
but
that dominant mustache. There's something about the stash in JPS, you know?
I don't. Well, I'm not a fan of just a mustache on a man. It makes me think about chick, but your bow wow kind of, 70s
But
porn.
what about Burt Reynolds, Ma? What about Tom Selleck?
Well, there is a small category.
It's a very tiny category. Very tiny category. Not
Small
every.
category.
You
They
see,
pull it
for
off,
me,
fill it.
you need to be somebody who is introduced to me with a mustache. You can't add a mustache onto an aesthetic that I already know. It doesn't work. I can't adjust. You can be introduced to me with a mustache. You can lose the mustache, and I'll take it. Alex Trebek. I was introduced to him with a mustache.
Yeah,
He lost the mustache. It took an
yeah,
adjustment, but I got there.
yeah.
But adding a mustache to one that had not been previously, it's hard. It's hard to accept. You look like a pilot.
I bet you see your Uncle Bill as a mustache. That's the way his normal look. That's the way he should look.
For me, yes, absolutely. I cannot. I don't have a flash of his face without one.
There you go.
I don't think I've ever even seen a picture of him without one, unless he was 12.
Yeah, well, yeah, he does. He does actually pull one off. Yes, he does. JPS, I just don't like it on him. I think maybe it's because, like you said, um, that's how it wasn't. I think he looks better clean shaven, or if he added a goatee or a thin beard, he
He
would
has,
look.
he
He would
has,
look
he
good.
has what it is. It's the dominant mustache and the light goatee underneath. But you're looking for the full thing. You're looking for the full mirror Spock. You know what I'm talking about. Spock with the goatee. You know what I'm talking.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, you know how it's interesting how Curtis's goatee, it changes colors all the time.
He's just there with like shoe polish, just constantly just.
They can't decide what they want to do in the makeup room when it comes to his goatee.
Maybe
They do
maybe
all
that's
kinds of
just a
different
Curtis
things with
thing.
it.
Maybe Curtis is a person, as a human being, the real life man that Curtis Ashford is in the real world that we live in.
Mm.
Perhaps, especially him, because he has his feet on the ground. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah,
Maybe he's just every morning deciding what it all wants to what he wants to what he wants it to look like. It's just a thing.
maybe
It's like doing a
yeah.
different hairstyle every day.
There you go.
Old Hollywood fan thinks that the 1970s stash on Valentine is kind of gross.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't call it gross, but I just think I think a different look would be a better look for him. That's all.
I get it. So there's the different volumes, the different speed, the different modes of Valentine Cassadine. We met him first when he was undercover. He wasn't Valentine Cassadine to start. So he was so not Valentine Cassadine that James Patrick Stewart tells a story that the first time he read the name of the character he was actually playing and thought his name was Valentine Cassadine. It's Valentine Cassadine. Interesting. No, he was introduced to us as like Teddy Hart, something like that. Theo Hart, something like that. And he had a mustache.
Oh.
And then when we found out he was Valentine, he shaved that thing after shoving Nicholas out of a window and shooting him.
Wow.
Many years ago.
Yeah, it was a long
Ages
time
ago, right? But he lost it when he was
ages
full.
ago.
Then he became full Cassadine villain, you know, and he was clean shaven. Now he's action adventure
Yes.
Valentine Cassadine. He's action figure Valentine, you know, with karate chop
Yeah,
action.
and he's starting to be like he's turning into that criminal that people adore.
Well, I
In
think
a
he's
way.
kind of always been the criminal that people like. There's always been. Answer this for me, chat. Maybe you agree or disagree. You've always had a soft spot for Valentine, right? Just a little one, just a small one.
Well, I've always enjoyed Valentine. I've never thought he was a boring character at all.
No, he's always been very compelling. Mm-hmm. And he's compelling this week too.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
You got your soap violence, Ma. You got your soap violence like in 2 or 3 fold.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And I was on board for all of it.
There was nothing but fighting. Mm-hmm. There was hand fisticuffs. There were verbal fisticuffs galore. This was such a week, Ma. This was such a week that I didn't feel bad about podcasting late. Because I'm like, you know what it gives us a chance to do on the 10th Floor Podcast channel?
What's that?
Just talk about General Hospital for 4 hours and not have to worry about those other shows.
We could skip them.
Just nonstop GH chat. Because I've got a full page of notes. Everybody was involved. Everything happened to everybody. Nothing was left on the table. Everything was pushed forward. We even got a Gail Baldwin mention. Come on.
We did.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on. You gotta measure GH success off of how many times they drop the name Gail Baldwin.
Well, it doesn't come up too often, does it?
No, it doesn't. Yeah, actually,
really.
of the list of people
Especially
that
now that Scotty's not there.
everybody lives through Elizabeth. She is the
Yeah.
heart and soul of Port Charles.
You know, I think I don't know about all that, but I don't see the endearment between Elizabeth and Rick. I think I kind of feel like Elizabeth is trying to force herself to feel a certain way about him.
I don't know if
she
it's
doesn't,
that
not
far.
really.
I don't know if it's that far. Before we move too far on though, hang on. Allie says, my 16-year-old nephew has it, a mustache, and it looks ridiculous. So does his mullet. But maybe I'm just old and cranky at almost 50. Here's the thing, Allie. What he's got is that like 3 million viewer YouTuber aesthetic. All right. There's this one dude who's majorly sick, and he's Canadian.
And he wears a mullet?
He's got a curly mullet. And he looks just like, you know, from the trailer park.
Does he look like Joe Dirt, or does he look like Billy Ray Cyrus?
He looks like but he's hip, he's modern, he's cool, man. He's slick.
He's more Billy Ray Cyrus than Joe Dirt.
I mean, I guess, but it's in, is what I'm saying. All right, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody found themselves a mullet in Port Charles before long.
I don't know about all that, because I don't. But of course, you know, maybe different regions of the country have different hairstyles or whatever that's going on right now. In California, like my teenage grandson, they all have this low fade, and then it kind of like mushrooms out in a way.
They had
It's
Aiden's
low
hair.
fade that ends like
Jake and
right about-
Aiden. Jake and Aiden, when they were on the show, they had the hair like that.
Yes. Yes. And man, my grandson has super thick hair. I mean, he's got the hair of 4 men, I think.
So, but instead of like, you know, like the helmet head of the late 90s with just like nothing but hair gel, and you just slicked it back and it was a helmet.
Right.
Now it's just this, just as much product, still takes as much goop.
And he's constantly doing this to it.
He's teasing it.
He's
Oh,
constantly
he's
pushing it
so
up
vain,
with his
mother.
fingers.
He's so vain.
He's a handsome little dude too, my grandson.
Well, he's your grandson. You gotta think that. Could be a total uggo, and we just never saw it. I hope they'd bring another gorgeous actor to play Nicholas. Hey, they have a gorgeous actor. His name is Adam Huss. Just give it time. Just give it time. We don't need the cast.
And there is a gorgeous actor coming. What's that dude's name?
Jonathan Bennett. You find him to be gorgeous?
Yes. He's going to be, I believe he's going to be on next week.
I think so
His
too.
first episode's next week.
Yeah, Detective Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Jonathan Bennett coming live to
You know,
General Hospital.
I've never watched anything he's previously on. I know he's been on some stuff, and I've never watched him. The only thing I've seen him on is Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you've seen Mean Girls, so you've seen that. So there's that. I mean, he's stayed busy. He's done a show here, a Broadway that.
I hope he goes to the fan club event in July.
Maybe he will. Maybe he
Like,
will. If you're
like,
organizing the
weekend.
General Hospital Fan Club event coming to you July 30th through August 2nd at the Burbank Airport Marriott Hotel and Convention Hall.
Matt, did you see what little thing they added to that?
So since Rory and Caitlin were sold out, they added a second date
Yes, a
to
second.
Rory
Yeah,
and
a sec-
Caitlin.
and it's way smaller. It's a minimum. It's a
It's an
maximum of 30
It's an
people.
exclusive event.
Yeah, that's
And
what
so
it
all
is.
of the people who sold out that first event are now kicking themselves, going, well, damn it. I want to go to the small one.
Sort of.
He's from Hallmark, says Carolyn. So if you're a big fan of the Hallmark movies, you've seen Jonathan Bennett a lot.
I I'm surprised that, but I know a lot of soap opera fans are very much love Hallmark movies, and so many of our actors that we enjoy do those Hallmark
Hallmark
movies.
and Lifetime and all
You
of
would
those
think
networks.
that I would be watching that. I have not seen it. I've not
No.
seen it. The only I watched Swicky's first
Yeah,
cowboy
the
movie.
Cowboy Christmas movie with him and his
Yes,
wife.
I
Yeah,
did
yeah, we
watch
watched that
Swicky's movie.
together. For me, it's harder. It's but when it comes to soaps, I'm able to watch soaps and have a great time with it but it's long. Like I really get to know the characters and spend a lot of time with them. And there's just they cover the gamut of things that happen. I've seen Carly go through it all,
Hmm.
so it's a little easier for me to access that sort of like genre of high emotion, high romance, high octane TV like General Hospital has versus Lifetime because it's an hour and a half. It's 2 hours. You get to meet them, they fall in love, and it's over. And it gets too quick hokey. It's hokey and cheesy and fast. It's not so hokey, cheesy, and fast on soaps all the time. Like, I can't call
Right.
Emma and Geo hokey and cheesy and fast
No.
at all. But if you put them on Lifetime, they would have gone to Broadway at the end of Act 1, had a big old fight about his violin playing at the end of Act 2, only to come together for a big concert in Act 3. I want the soap speed. I want the soap way of doing it.
Yeah, me too, I think. Me too.
Jeannie says that they have the same 2 or 3 plots, and that's the thing too. I know soaps are famous for repeating plots, but they do taste different sometimes, don't they? Like this whole Ashford situation. We've seen 2 people be fight, and there's a pregnant lady, and the whole thing, and then I moved on to this romance, but you're the baby daddy, and there's tension here. We've seen that time and time again on soaps, but we
Yeah,
haven't seen it so poorly pulled off like we have when it comes to the Ashfords.
I tell you what, I am not in Curtis's corner on this. I am not. I am not. I think he's overreacting to everything. And
Yeah, I don't
and
have an explanation for it.
and I do not think that Isaiah is lying. I think he really did hit one of the poles in the parking lot, scrape one of the poles in the parking lot. Um, I don't think he's lying at all. And the other 2 cars have been repaired mysteriously, that it could be Brooklyn's car and the kid's car. Carly fixed the kid's car. Tracy fixed Brooklyn's car.
Hey.
Incognito, right?
Yes, nobody will ever know what happened to those two cars, so the only culprit could possibly be Isiah because there's only one black BMW in town.
Right. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. So I think Curtis is being I I think Curtis is mad at Isiah for the wrong reasons, and
I
he's just
I think that we're
wants
missing
to
the Kevin
put something
Collins aspect. I think that we need Kevin Collins to sit him down and help Curtis work out the trauma, the PTSD, or whatever it is that he must be feeling and going through to be making such quick and rash choices. This isn't his normal speed. This isn't what Curtis usually does.
No, usually, Curtis is usually pretty controlled, and he was not. You know what? And that outdoor dining there set they have is beautiful. I
It
love
sure
it, and
is.
I know it's right by the pool. We just haven't seen it yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love that outdoor dining set they have, though. I think it looks with
It's
with
gorgeous.
the
It's a great.
fireplace
Oh yeah.
behind the tables and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's very nice. I
It's a
like it.
very nice place, and they light it really well too. It really gives that like sunset evening ambiance very well.
Yeah, it has that warm summer night feel,
Summer loving, having a blast. Summer loving, I'm gonna punch you so fast. Oh
right?
goodness gracious! So yeah, they're having a great time. They're chilling. It's been a tense, tough week. Isaiah's had a meeting with Justine.
Yes,
Things are getting tight there. He knows he's under suspicion. He knows Curtis is behind it all. He goes, he's like,
yes.
hey, Portia, this is what's going on. She's like, Curtis would never do that to you. Like, oh my God, Portia, you don't know this man, do you?
Mm-hmm.
So they go to dinner and they're bonding. They're having a
They
great
are.
time. Isaiah's love, his woman, his girlfriend, is pregnant. Sure, not with his baby,
Mm-hmm.
but she's still going through something, and he likes her.
And Portia had such a good week too,
Yeah, she's feeling
A
great.
great week. She had Trina come out to the cabin.
Yes,
They're making plans together. It feels like it used to.
things are
Portia
smooth.
had a good week.
Things are moving forward. Look at that. Everything's evening out here in the midst of all of the trauma and trouble. But of course, Isaiah had to put his hands on that baby. What the hell?
Right.
So
You would have thought that Curtis came around the corner and Isaiah had that baby by the feet swinging it.
right. He's like, what are you?
Come
Oh,
on.
oh my goodness. What a visual. Oh no, that's terrible, mother. I can't believe you said that. Oh no. But yes, he definitely overreacted, and he completely erases the Portia of it all. Like, Portia's still a human being. Portia still is part of this experience, even more so of the experience than you are, Curtis.
Yeah, she has a really big experience coming up in about 6 weeks.
Right, and then like she's going through it, and she's excited, and he's excited, and we're all excited, but he's got to be a dick.
Pretty much.
Oh, goodness. Take
Pretty
your
much.
hands off my baby. Exactly, TV watcher. Exactly. And you know what? Isaiah's had enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm with it. I'm Team Isaiah. Hashtag Team
Get
Isaiah
your
all the
hands
way.
off my child. What a fool.
But I'm with it. I'm staunchly hashtag Team Isaiah. I'm glad that he spoke up. I'm glad that he finally got into Curtis's face and was like, "That's enough, man," and gave it to him. He didn't mean it. He didn't have anything to back it up. He was just saying to just get it, Curtis. I'm gonna be a better
Yeah.
dad to that kid than you are because you're such a punk.
Yeah. But, Curtis came in all hot and stuff.
For no
So,
reason.
yeah, Isaiah's done with it. And I think part of the reason why Isaiah has like really controlled himself in the past is because they've had a lot of passings and a couple of altercations always in the hospital in Isaiah's workplace.
Yes, that's a good note. This one didn't. Yeah, he didn't have the protection of keeping it cool because I'm a doctor in the workplace.
Exactly.
The patients don't matter when you're having dinner with your lady.
Yeah, I'm at the MetroCorp. Anything goes here. I'm gonna beat your ass next to the pool.
Jeannie reminds us that Isaiah sleeps with Portia and is touching all parts of her.
Ain't that the truth,
All
huh?
right, all right. I think
Golly.
I think to a degree we're all thinking that Isaiah has been physically closer to this baby than Curtis has. in the last several
Oh
months.
my goodness, yes.
So
Yes. I could say something, but I'm not
we're,
gonna
we're
because
not gonna we're not gonna talk
I'm not
about
gonna.
we're not gonna talk about brain damage and black eyes. We're not gonna talk about anything like that. Don't worry, we're not that kind of podcast. And if your kids have questions about the illusions that I just made, have fun. Have fun with that. Isiah's right to defend himself, says TV Watcher. And yeah, totally. Totally. And I think, Ma, you totally hit the nail on the head. Now they were in a location in which he could pull it off, and it's not so awkward for him.
Yes.
And
Yes.
ooh, that's enough. Like, ooh, when somebody yells on a soap like that, you notice.
And you know what? That's not the first time that Curtis has witnessed Isiah touch her belly.
No, he just really has it out for him. He blames
Hmm.
him for the Jordan thing in a major. I can't explain the psychology. That's why I need Kevin Collins on the show. Because I can't explain it. Usually I can find a reason. I can make up my own plot reason. I could pick something out of the past randomly to support something that's going on right now, but I can't do it with Curtis. I cannot explain why he's being like this. Just like I couldn't explain why Chase was being like he was a couple of weeks ago with Michael.
Yeah. You know, I think General Hospital needs a new psychiatrist, psychologist on the staff, on this, on,
Ah, they made him a detective instead.
because you know that Kevin is not coming back. He is very busy being an interesting Joey Armstrong.
Oh, goodness. Leslie firmly disagrees with everybody when it comes to Curtis and Portia. Sorry, I'm reading. I'm reading and trying to understand here, so I can be accurate in my reading here. Marriage is the marriage started falling apart. He was only hearing Portia's side of the story when he was coming out at Curtis sideways. Okay. So Leslie's saying that Isiah
Hmm.
fed the flames a little bit too because she only got Portia's side of the story when it came to the whole Curtis situation, and that sort of, kind of put them at odds to begin with.
Yep, I could see that.
Yeah, yeah. Curtis though, phew, in my opinion, Leslie, oh goodness gracious, Curtis has taken this way further than Isiah ever has. And I don't think Isiah even took it to another level when it came to Curtis this time.
Hmm.
I think that he gave Curtis everything that he had been getting back to him, and then he got punched for it, which is something that Isiah hasn't done to Curtis. And Curtis has said
No,
all kinds of crazy crap to him.
I think Isaiah had got to a point of, losing his cool because he was a pressure cooker, you
I,
know.
something needs to happen. I don't know what
And
it
he,
is. I don't know
you know,
where this is going. I don't know. I don't know. I'm starting to lean into wanting to complain about it, so we should move on.
and okay, one little note though.
Sure.
I think Portia will be extremely upset about this with Curtis, and will want him to be less involved in her baby's life.
Yeah, I think you need to stay away. I think you need to keep some distance between me and Isaiah.
Hmm.
If you're, I mean, what are you going to teach our child, huh? Huh?
Exactly.
What if Trina saw you, sweet, young, innocent, impressionable Trina? What if she saw you do this, Curtis? She'd start hitting people too.
I don't know about all that, but she sure would be disappointed in seeing her father do something like that.
Well, she's too busy trying to sing.
Yes, she is.
And then Brooklyn's already trying to like turn that into Gio's next opportunity.
Yeah,
And then Gio's
I
like,
think
"Whoa,
that
hang on."
I don't understand. I don't see Trina just being accompanied by him. Why wouldn't they just be a duo? You know what I mean?
I I don't know how that works. Do you need a band name at that point?
Uh, yeah, you could.
What would they call themselves? I don't even know. What would you call the band, folks, in the chat? If Gio and Trina were to go on tour as a duo, they would need a name.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be Robinson and Palmieri?
Mm-hmm.
Trine and G? I don't know. I don't know. Is she gonna go with the Trine name? Because she really loved it when Esme called her that. Trine
Yeah.
Spence. Jazz, Cam. I'm not going to call anybody by the full name.
Oh
I
my
would bet
God.
money that Isiah is not going to be able to perform the life-saving operation he talked about with Portia, says Vilma.
He was talking about that little boy that the same, his name is Derek,
The one
the same little boy,
that what's his name visited.
yeah, that he had Kai go visit.
Yeah, yeah. What's going on with this kid? Huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if something big happens in that around that
Well, it's the
because
second mention of that little boy.
exactly it's a second mention and there was no I think they're really trying to drive how invested Isiah is into the success of this surgery that he's, of course invested always in all his surgeries as a doctor, but he's emotionally invested.
You know what? You're right. That's exactly what it is. He's not going to be able to do the surgery. It's not going to go well. The kid's going to remain sick. Isaiah's going to blame Curtis. Something real to blame about, right? And then something's going to happen to Kai. And then I saw somebody say that Kai's going to have to give the kid one of his organs. And I'm like, let's do it. Let's do it.
Well, I thought that when they did that scene where Kai went and visited him, and I've always thought, I wouldn't be surprised if Kai was just in the wrong place at the wrong time kind of
Just fell
situation.
off the pier.
You know, maybe I don't know. Willow could freaking poison him. Who knows?
I mean, I've been Team Willow Poisons him for a long time. Rachel thinks that they should call the band of Trina and Geo Trio the Duo. And I like it. Rachel, you got it. That's it. We're going to
I
run with
love
that.
it.
Brooklyn, if you want your kid to be accompanied with Trio, excuse me, Trina. That's the name, Trio the Duo. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, Brooklyn. No, she's already trying to. So Trina's like, I'm going to sing. And she's like, great. So, Geo, when I book Trina to sing, you're going to be playing all the music, right? Because you are my real project.
That's true. He is her real
Right?
project.
Right? You got that sense
He
too?
is her real project.
And then he's
Yes.
like, I don't know about all of this here. I like playing the guitar. I don't know if I want to do it, do it.
Yeah, but Gio is really, really warming up to being a quartermain. He's pretty much accepted it now, and he's convincing himself, to really be one of them. That's a big ask for the quartermains.
What? I
Is
mean,
that, to be a quartermain? Oh, I don't know if you want to jump in that.
he's also avoiding his family that he has in Bensonhurst as well. They didn't go visit them when they went to New York.
Right.
So any sort of influence that Gloria and all of them have had on Geo, it's weakening with
It
distance.
is.
The
It
Quartermain
is.
influence is getting stronger.
Yeah, and because he feels he doesn't feel he's starting to feel like he's not away from his family, that he's with his family.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I mean, he doesn't not see the Brooklyn's family as his family. It's so weird. It's so complicated for him.
But you know what I mean? He doesn't have the same sense of home as
No, his home isn't there anymore. His home is with the Quartermains. He's going home. He's going back to the Q Mansion.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Home's not Bensonhurst anymore. It's still his face. He still cares.
What I would have loved if he would have said, remember when he was introducing Mr. Scott to his mother last week, and he said,
Yes.
and the Brooklyn Quartermain, she is my
This is
mother.
my mom.
This is my mother. That's what he said. I think it would have been, I don't know, it would have driven home more if he would have said, "This is Brooklyn Quartermain. She's my mom.
My ma. I don't know if we're at the
My
ma
mom."
yet. I think we need the relationship. We need some mothering
But that's
before.
what Brooklyn calls her mom.
Right.
Mom.
We might get there though. I'm thinking that that's a term that must be earned. I'm acknowledging that you have given birth to me. This is my mother.
Hmm.
But he's still got a ma.
Exactly.
All right. So she's got some work to do before she becomes his ma.
Yeah, I guess so. I
That's what
guess
I
so.
think. That's what I think.
And
Gio still lives with Sonny,
as
right? You're
far
right.
as
You're right. You Dad. He does. He does live with Sonny, not at the Quartermains.
yeah,
Doesn't
he,
matter.
I,
He still feels like a Q,
yeah,
sort of. He's getting there. That's the point.
He's getting there. He's getting there. Yes, he does feel a real sense of family with Sonny because he was never mad at Sonny.
No, 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 no. Sonny was just as innocent as he was in the whole situation, but they were all innocent. Really, it was only Gloria and Lois that should be getting any of the blame.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, I think Gio's realizing that
Oh,
though,
he's
you know?
definitely realized it. And Brooklyn's
Yeah.
done the work. He's not still bonded. He hasn't bonded anything with Dante yet.
Not really.
Not any significance, and it's not going to happen for a little bit too because Dante's very distracted.
Oh, Dante's so busy, isn't he?
Dante is not thinking about Gio in this moment.
No, no. What did you think of Dante and his conversation with Rocco?
I
I thought that Finn did a really good job.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this guy is no doubt. I don't think there's anybody watching the show going, "What a stinker! Oh my gosh,
Mm-mm,
he's stinking up the set. Get him
mm-mm.
out of here. Fire that kid." I don't think anybody's out there saying that or thinking that when they're watching it. It's great. It's fantastic. All three of those kids are great. We talk about it all the time here on the 10th Floor podcast. If you're new, we're big fans of Danny, Charlotte, and Rocco. I think all
Yes,
three
we
of
are.
those kids, and when they put them on together, I don't know if they have lunch. I don't know if they're out hanging out at the mall. I don't know what these kids do. But clearly, they know how to be with each other. Like, you
They
can,
sure do.
there's a chemistry. And I don't want to take away from talent. People are talented and they can act real well. Like James. James, he's a little kid. He acts real great.
Yeah, he
Talented
does.
little kid. All right? Natural chemistry with folks. But
Oh,
about,
and he is a little firecracker when you meet him
oh,
too.
absolutely.
He's
So
not a shy
social.
little
No,
boy.
not at all. Not at all. Not at all. So he's got the personality type to really be able to
Yeah, he
sparkle
does.
on screen with people. This trio of the teenagers though, it's like they're so comfortable.
Yeah.
It's like they've been doing high school drama together since middle school. I know that feeling. I understand that walking out on stage with the same people you have been for 8 years.
Sure.
I get that same sense from these guys, and they haven't been doing it together for 8 years. So I don't know if they're hanging out or they're just that damn good. But it's fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to watch. So, I mean, the two of them want to break into Windemere. And then
Right.
Rocco's like, I've already shot one of these guys. You don't know that yet. But I've already shot one of these guys and he lived. And what do you think you're going to even do? You're going to get to Windemere and you're going to like shake down Jen's Sidwell for info about Jason? Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, and Rocco really understands how super dangerous these people are. Where Danny and Charlotte don't, or they can imagine, it's not like they've been sheltered from this
No.
kind of
No,
lifestyle their whole life.
but
They
also
know
that's why
what
they
could
think they can
happen,
handle it is because they
but they
haven't been
have
sheltered.
not actually witnessed how ruthless these two dangerous men are. Yes.
That's the difference. That because Danny and Charlotte they grew up with rough and tumble parents.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte, like I've said many times, has a particular set of skills by being on the road with Valentine for so long. Danny is Jason and Sam's kid. I think that just goes without any sort of explanation.
Yeah.
But they know of this sort of life. They know of going on an adventure and sneaking into Windemere and going into this lab and da 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 da. But they haven't actually really faced any of the real danger themselves. Charlotte has a little bit more than Danny,
I
but
think
they,
so too.
but they haven't really, totally, truly faced it like Rocco
Mm-mm.
has at this point, like he did a couple of
Mhm.
weeks ago. So he's in a completely different level of reality. It's not an action
Sure.
game. It's not a fun story that I heard from my cop dad. Like this is
Right.
a real thing with real consequences and
Yeah.
real fallout. And he
Yeah.
understands that the other two don't, and he can't explain it either. What a tough situation. No wonder he's had such a
Oh,
bad
he's
day.
in a bad spot.
Well, Rocco is our cover person this week, along with
I saw.
Rocco's very bad day.
Yeah, Rocco did have a very bad day. My goodness, my goodness. But his dad knows now, so he's got more than one person in his corner, and his dad is bending the rules big time.
His dad has said all of the right things and also explained that he's not necessary. I mean, he is bending the rules in when it comes to like the evidence box that exists in the PCPD. But when it comes to it, telling Dante was always the right move to make, and the show proved it. Because he was the only
Hmm.
person to really be able to sit Rocco down and get him to stop freaking the F out. Lulu couldn't.
Yes.
Britt couldn't.
Uh,
But Dante could because he could actually come to him from the perspective that Rocco was worried about, which was the legal consequences and the morality of what it is that he did. And Dante was
yeah.
like, well, tell me the story. Great. As your dad and the police commissioner, you did nothing wrong.
Right.
If this was
You were
different
protecting.
circumstances, you would just tell us what happened and we'd be like, cool.
Yeah.
But since these are special circumstances, we can't do that.
And he did say you saved Jason and Britt's life.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, your actions saved the lives. Those are the extenuating circumstances. You didn't just haul off and make this decision. You took a heroic action, and there's nothing wrong with that. Was basically the gist of the conversation there, and it calmed him down some.
It did. It did. Now, I don't think that sending Rocco away now is the right choice because that actually puts more light on him than away from him.
See, well, you were right last week when the time to go was last week.
Yeah.
Because now this week, now that Cullum has seen the picture of Danny,
Yeah.
now he's starting to think about the kids.
He's starting to think about the kids. And if Rocco just suddenly has went on some sudden, just like a light, boom, he's out of town.
I'm going
And
to ask
I'm
a question about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Cullum is probably going to try to grab Danny. I do.
Oh, totally, totally. Danny and Charlotte are absolutely going to try to break into Windemere, and it's going to look very, very, very suspicious.
And
1,000%.
Cullum could very well be on the island too.
He's going to be. Where else would he be? He's either at the hospital or in the island.
Yeah. And he's going to put them kids in the dungeon.
Just lock him
Wouldn't it
up at
be
Josslyn.
great if they showed Windemere's dungeon again?
They remodeled it. Now it's that apartment that Josslyn's living in.
I know. I miss those tunnels with the torches and everything.
You think that they're ever going to show the castle facade again, or are they going to just pretend like it's that embassy forever?
Well, I sure hope not, because that castle, that it looked like Dracula's castle, was much better.
Well, they've been out on the parapets too, so it doesn't make any sense
Right?
at
It's
all.
like, what? Yeah, right. If they're going to keep that picture, if they're going to keep that picture, they need to remodel the Windemere on the inside too.
I don't think they're going to do that. I really think
don't
that
think so.
picture was just an oopsie.
I think it was an oopsie too. I think it was a timestamp like we talked about before.
Like, replace this with Windemere. Oops, we forgot to.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Matt thinks that the only place that they would really conceivably be able to take Rocco at this point would be one of Sunny's islands.
That's true.
I think so too. I think Matt's totally correct on the correct with that. Sunny'd be able to protect him, but then it moved.
Yep.
But then it definitely, because then Cullum gets suspicious. Say Cullum figured this out. He gets suspicious. Rocco's being protected on the island. Now we're moving into active conflict between
Yeah.
Sunny and Cullum and Sitwell. I don't know if Sunny's ready for
Well,
that.
the whole Rocco piece of the puzzle really draws Sonny into the story.
And he doesn't know it yet. But once he does, all bets are off.
Yep.
You better believe that all bets are off. Oh
And then
gosh.
Jason gonna blow back in town too.
Yeah, I mean, I is it the fact that Steve Burton asked for the timeout? I'm thinking then yes. I'm thinking yes. Because this show has been hitting every beat correctly since Jason took off. And I firmly and truly feel it's because of the deadline. Things have to be in a particular place by the time Steve Burton comes back.
Yep.
So things are moving, they're plotted, they're developing, they're moving along, they're making sense, they're exciting, they're compelling.
Yep.
And it's all to set up the stage for Jason. They're not, all of this isn't going to happen, and I doubt it's going to be like, great, we figured it out. Now send a letter and let Jason come back to town. And the next day, Jason is just like walking through the hospital being like, it's good to be back. It's leading to a prison break, somebody being thrown in somewhere, an alliance shift that we didn't see coming. Something, it's coming. Even Britt has not been a britch. She's been bonding with people. This is the
Oh
Britta I
my
like.
gosh.
I really like Britta recently. Like, I've always liked Britta. I thought Britta's been a fun, compelling character. but the how she's been, the care, concern, but also distance and mean things that she has to say, and she's, oh
Oh,
my
she's still
goodness,
brishy.
she's still but not like when she came back.
Oh no, not at all, not at all. And I loved her scene with Lucas this week with
Yes,
him
like
doing.
that's the stuff I'm talking about.
I loved it. It was almost, it was like a, well, and that's a weird pairing too. You would think that they would never ever be friends,
Well,
but
circumstances make strange bedfellows, huh?
yeah.
I mean,
Brad, it was almost, it felt like there was a little bit where it kind of felt like she was back with Brad, being goofy.
well, I mean, he definitely has that playful demeanor about him. He's able to do that. There's a reason why Brad and Lucas got along in the end, I guess. And maybe it's through
Yeah.
little bits like that. No, it's good. It's great. They're becoming friends through circumstance and through also the bond that they had previously. They didn't not know of each other. I mean, he's Brad's ex-husband.
And I think Lucas is going to be in danger too. I
They're
think
all in
Sybil's going to
danger.
turn on him.
Oh no, this is turning into some big umbrella something
It sure is.
because there's
It,
too many players involved, too many secrets being told, too many people who are, gosh, I just it's it's too good. It's too good for even me to even be able to talk about. I'm just not skilled enough. I'm not skilled enough to be able to really get into without making the podcast an hour-long discussion of Josslyn and Cassius's scenes. Without making the podcast 30 minutes dedicated to Lulu and Britta's confrontation, to Dante and Lulu's confrontation. Like, it's just so good. It's so deep. It's so well performed. There's so many layers that have led to everything that is going on our screens this week that it would be so easy to only talk about those three things forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
I I would have to say, I mean, I had there were a lot of good stuff this week, but Jocelyn has just really gotten good at all this. Getting him to sit down and play cards with her.
Oh yes. Oh,
Oh
she
my
is
gosh.
playing this man's emotions to a T. He's
Yes,
gonna
she
be
is.
she's leading him to a point where he's gonna trust her. Maybe they're gonna get her out of here, and then she's gonna take him down, slap some handcuffs on his wrist, and say, "We're going downtown, buddy."
Yeah.
Like, and I shared this picture on Twitter. You guys got to go check it out because they did this wide shot of them talking and playing cards.
Mm-hmm.
And goodness gracious, mother, Ryan Pave is a giant.
Is he?
I'm not saying, oh, what a tall man. No, this man is a giant. All right, and when we're done with the podcast, you have to go and take a look on the Twitter,
Okay.
and you'll have to see how he is this big in the frame,
Uh-huh.
taking it from top to bottom, and
Okay.
Josslyn is this big in the frame.
Really?
He is a
Really? And I think I would understand because I've seen Eden McCoy and she is not tiny. She would say she's 5'5" or so. I mean, of course she's slim, but she's not tiny.
no, Ryan Pavy's a giant.
Wow.
He's
Oh, I hope
gigantic.
he shows up in July and August there because I've never seen him in person.
I don't know. I have no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope so. That's why I wanted to continue to encourage one of the organizers, Olga. I don't know who's charismatic wants to do it, but I would love one of the organizers or volunteers to come hang out with us on the 10th floor sometime, so we could talk about what goes into such things, how much work is involved. You should share the struggle so we can be proud of you. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and like, and what kind of beginning did it have? How long did you guys dream about it and talk about it before you actually
Because
did it?
and this isn't a
No,
new event, the
that
GH Fan Club thing. This has been an annual event for a very, very long
all time,
time.
decades.
Yeah, it's like the West Coast Super Soap
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
GH.
Yeah.
I always love Britt. says Leslie, but she's going to be on the outs again once everybody finds out that she kept the truth about Cassius. See,
Well,
and that's why it's so hard to not talk about this for 45 minutes.
yeah.
Because poor Cassius, like, what great work this show has done to build such immediate sympathy for this guy who's pretending to be his brother.
You did. I did experience some sympathy for him.
Like at the end of this week, don't you feel like you want him to tell everybody the truth and for them to embrace him as Cassius?
Sort of, but I think Cassius and Josslyn told him so, has been so naive. What do you think's going to happen to you and your sister when they're finished and the prototype is done and they are really finished and they don't need you anymore? They're going to let you say just, "Oh, go ahead and just, skip on down the yellow brick road." No, that's not what they planned for you.
Probably
Right?
not. But I mean, weeks go on and we find out that Cassius's real motivations isn't money, isn't criminal power, isn't anything like that. It's love for his family.
Well,
Like,
it
why are you
turns
still
out
doing it? Well, because
he
if I don't,
does.
I'm the only, he sees himself as the only reason why Britt is alive. The
He
only thing
does.
keeping her alive.
I think, but at the same time, though, Cassius was not, before anything ever happened with his sister realizing that he even had one or whatever his life was before, um, he doesn't have the same soul as Nathan. He's not as good a person as
No, but
Nathan.
he could be just as special, Ma.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It takes a special kind of person to be able to just he whooped on Josslyn as best he could. She had a number for him though. However, the fact that he was willing to throw her around like a rag doll.
She was gonna kill him. She had a knife.
Well, she had a knife, but he was whooping on her butt before she ever picked up that knife.
She started it. He didn't throw the first punch. And he didn't even hit her. He just threw her. All right? We need to remember that. He was reserved. He could have done a lot worse. He's a giant. Jeannie says he's 6'1".
Ooh, yeah,
He could have taken her out with one hit. Whop, bam! And then she would have been down and out. And then she's like, we're in prison. Da, 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 da. And Cash is like, you're welcome. Because, like, what's the alternative, dummy?
Well, you know what? Not when he threw her in there, but as the story unfolds and more, um, she is kind of in protective custody right now because Cullum is going to figure her out, and he would immediately try to kill her.
Again, I still feel, to a degree, that Sidwell and Cullum are not 1,000% informed that she's down there.
I'm not 100% certain of that either. I'm not certain that they know she's down there.
I think that he
I
had
thought
Pascal
that
sneak
I
her
thought
in.
Pascal was telling him.
It's possible that Sidwell knows, and Sidwell is just always playing the info game. I know this thing, so I'm going to use it to my advantage and not say something right away. Maybe that's still going on, but if Cullum knows, there's no reason for Josslyn to not be bleeding out while he tries to get her to tell him where Valentine is.
You're absolutely right. He don't know she's there.
No, there's no way that Cullum knows, because he wouldn't be so focused on Jack and all that sort of stuff right now. He'd be down there interrogating Josslyn.
Yeah, he would.
So, 1,000%. Choking her out is dangerous. People can't get over how we manhandled Joss. That was violent, that sort of stuff. Cassius Faison told Josslyn he didn't want to fight. Just, a discussion as has being had over the last couple of weeks in the chat. You've seen it online if you're tied into social media. A couple of different lanes.
The part in throwing her around and stuff, but I think the part that made me go, "Oh my gosh," is when he did have her in that choke and he's telling her to just let go. That was creepy.
Well, yeah, stop fighting, I think is what he was saying. Stop fighting. Because it's really very challenging to explain without sounding a little misogynistic, I guess. But, like, we're talking about the realities of things. And If you look at that picture that I put on Twitter, you can see why I am leaning in this direction. Like, just from strength and size alone, he was one punch away from knocking her lights out.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I think that's part of why I hate it all so much is because even no matter how much she fought back, she wasn't going to win that fight.
No, no, but Josslyn also understand. It's like we should do a breakdown. I think that we can reasonably with fair use act that helps people like us use content to make our content better.
Hmm.
We would reasonably be able to get the sequence of that fight and put it on screen for people and watch along with it and break it down. So long as it's not the full scene, hey, come watch this fight with us. If
Hmm.
it's the fight and we let it play for 30 seconds and we pause and we talk about what just happened and we play a little more, we pause, talk about what just happened, we can get away with that and not get dinged for copyright because it becomes commentary and reaction and education and all that sort of stuff.
Hmm.
We should do that, and I think there's a lot of value there because of the fact of everything that we've been saying is totally right and totally correct and also supports that Cassius could have done way more and didn't. He chose
Yes,
the
I think
he
you're
and
you're right.
it's
You're right.
and also
Yes.
coming from like a
Like,
pro coming from a wrestling standpoint, and I know this sort of might weaken a little bit of my argument by saying that. But with pro wrestling, we had been taught to try to make it look real as much as
sure.
you possibly could. Everybody knows
Mhm.
it's fake, but there's an element of kayfabe, as they said, in there to try to make it look as real as possible. And with that came an education of understanding what it is the wrestling move is supposed to be doing
Hmm.
to the other person. A headlock, a sleeper hold, that sort of thing. What is it supposed to be doing to make the other person pass out?
Right.
He had her in a classic sleeper hold. It was not a
Mhm.
choke hold.
Yes.
A chokehold is violent. It's taking somebody's breath out of them. It's
Yes.
making,
Yes.
yeah, it's a choke, you know.
Yeah.
What he had her in was a sleeper, which was slowing the blood that was going to her brain, just making her go to sleep. A sleeper hold,
Yes.
just
Yeah.
making her go and knock out. When it comes down to it, that is one of the safest, least damaging, easiest to recover from ways of incapacitating somebody that you can do. Totally different than bashing somebody over the head with a rock. Totally different than knocking their lights out because you punched them. You can see the difference in the injuries when it comes to Cassius and Josslyn just in the scenes when they're standing next to each other. They're still painting all of that bruising on Cassius's face
Yes.
because Josslyn did the more physically damaging crap
And
in
then
that
she
fight than
hit him
Cassius
with
did.
something in the face. It wasn't just her hand.
Yeah, she hit him with stuff and had the knife and all sorts of like she understood the extreme difference, which is why she came in a scrapper, she came in using his momentum against him, she came in using tools and aids and things to make her stance in the fight stronger and more likely to win. Her psychology in the fight was amazing as well. But it's
Hmm.
really key and important to see that while they did fight each other,
Hmm.
Cassius beat her in what you could see as a more friendly and sympathetic way than he would have if he fought Jason.
Yeah, so you're right. Yeah, I didn't think about it that way, but yeah, you're right. She was trying to win the fight, and he was trying to get her to stop fighting.
Exactly. Yeah, she was trying to take him down. He was trying to get her to stop
Hmm.
because he understands way more about what's going on than Josslyn does, and he has a closer heart to what Nathan has than he thinks he does.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's my
Hmm.
take on it. That's my take on it. Now, if somebody else has another as in-depth analysis to
Yeah.
share that takes the other side, I'm willing to hear it, but I am not willing to hear I didn't like it. I want to hear specifics.
I hadn't thought about it that way, really. The violence of it all just,
Yeah. Oh, hyper
you
violent.
know,
It was a fight. It was a
It was a
fight.
fight.
But
I saw a picture. I saw a picture of Ryan and Eden with their stand-ins.
yeah, yeah.
The four of them
Yeah,
standing there
when they
together.
like tumbled over the couch and that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They don't look anything like each other.
No, not a
Not a
thing.
thing. Not
Not a
not
thing.
nothing.
Uh-uh.
Nothing. They
Just
wish
their frame and the color of their hair, you know?
they had
About
Josslyn
it.
and Nathan wigs on.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Kreider says that they haven't shown a scene like that in a while, especially a fight between a man and a woman. It's true. It's true. Which is why I think that they went to such length to justify the psychology and the choreography and what really went down between them and who had the weapons and who threw the punches, who has the enemies, how the particular person won. Like, it's wrestling 101, folks. It really is.
It
That
really
that
is.
was that was a wrestling match.
I'm just gonna step away and turn on my ceiling fan.
You should, because it can get warm sometimes when you podcast. It was violent to the audience, and that's the problem. I I don't know what to say to that. At that point, Matt, it's either something that you're cool with, or not. I just have absolutely no problem with it, and my stance would be, if somebody does think that it was too violent, then they're probably being a little too sensitive.
I think eventually Cassius will come to the aid of everybody else.
Because it's not, yeah, yeah, totally. He's totally going to come to the good guy side, and he's going to either be Cassius who found the Nathan heart, or we're going to find out that he actually was Nathan the whole time, and this is just kind of his Nathanism pushing through.
Exactly.
I don't mean to be offensive, like somebody being too sensitive or anything like that. Like, this isn't education. This isn't something that you're going to show your 4-year-old and say, "This is your life. This is what you need to be. These are life lessons." I don't think anybody really watched soap operas as a billboard to the choices that you should be making in life.
No, soap operas is an escapism from our real lives. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. If you're watching Carly going around and going, "Oh my goodness, if this was real," please try to engage in the fantasy a little bit more. It would be my suggestion. It's more fun. It's more fun. Suspend the disbelief. Just go on the ride. Nina's a lot more fun if you just go on the ride, folks. If you just watch Nina wreck everything every single time she tries to do something, but then
Just
always
watching Nina
has that
sabotage
way.
herself.
But then the fun part about Nina is she says and does and da 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 da. Da. But when she needs to remind somebody of something, she can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's able. She's a mess everywhere, unless she needs to threaten Carly, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
because she does
Mm-hmm.
that real well.
She does.
It still does
She
that real
does.
well today.
Yeah, I don't think that Carly and Nina are ever going to be friends. They might have to help each other and be in the same corner for a minute, but that's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's about it. I wonder what Josslyn's going to, how is Josslyn going to get out of there? Is he going to let her out or is she going to escape somehow? Or someone's going to find her, let her out. I don't know.
I think. Shoot, she might be down there until Jason comes back.
That's a long time. When she was talking about, something to stimulate my mind, I thought about that for a moment. She's like in an enclosure that's kind of like a hotel room, about that size,
Yeah, it's about the same size as a
with
Metrocourt hotel.
absolutely nothing to do. Get that girl at least some Netflix. Come on.
Yeah, you got her some cards. Wind up getting some cards. They played some cards. Allie thinks that he's going to let her out, and I think Allie's right. I think Cassius is eventually going to let her out. I think this was I mean, Jason's not going to be that gone for that much longer. It's going to be like another month, right?
That's what I'm thinking. I think Jason's going to show up and maybe in late June.
Oh, okay. So 2 months, a month and a half. I really have no idea. I'm sure people out there are informed and educated.
I'm sure somebody knows exactly when his first. I don't think it. Well, to know his first air date, he'd have to be back on set. And I don't think he is yet.
I don't think he's back yet either.
I bet he goes back to set June 1st.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I think
I
some.
don't either. I don't either. I'm just pulled that out of my hat because that's what I think. Not what I know.
I don't know either. I really don't know nothing. I know. Don't come here for the news, folks. As always, don't ever come here for the
Actually, you know
news.
what would give us a clue? What's the summer schedule look like for he and Bradford's show?
Ooh, that's a good note. The sleuths out there might be able to figure it out.
Yeah, so if he's got dates in early June, that means he ain't back on set.
Oh, she'll okay. Sandra says she'll discover what Anna wrote on the wall, and that will put everything in motion.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yes, I mean Anna wrote it on the wall for a reason. They gotta use it.
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome? And they were saying this week that Anna's just getting worse. Hmm.
Somebody's got to intervene, and I think it's got to be Emma. I want it to be Emma. I guess.
I wanted to be Emma too.
And there's room. There's room for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Next Monday is Memorial Day. June is almost here, says Allie. Oh.
Yeah,
So
I
maybe,
think we got.
maybe
Yeah, May
6
is
weeks.
flying by.
6 weeks or so until Jason's back. I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it now. 6 week countdown till Jason
Here we
Morgan
go.
comes back
There
and
we
saves
go.
the day. Cassie says that Jason's gonna start airing in July.
Well, that could, yeah.
I mean, you said late June,
See
so
that?
that pretty much lines up.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's gonna have to save Anna soon. I think that Jason and Anna might be coming back at about the same time. And I don't know if this Jonathan Bennett doctor or Detective Fitzpatrick is gonna be a part of it. I don't know. He works for the PCPD. He's a detective. He's doing something for Dante. They showed a clip.
Mm-hmm.
A clip. You can find it out there on the internet.
I saw it. It's just a few seconds long, really. It's
Yeah, it's just him being like, and Dante's just like, Detective Fitzpatrick, and he's like, hi. He's gonna. I don't, because people are thinking, ooh, he's gonna go undercover, and maybe, because he would be, since to us as the audience, he's a complete stranger.
mm-hmm.
Then I would say that also to those involved in the plot lines, he would also be a complete stranger. That inconspicuous cop that they didn't think that Dante would be sending in. I think that
Right.
there's room. I think there's a possibility that Dante might try to infiltrate what's going on Spoon Island. Because he knows something's there. He knows Britta's involved in something. Something weird is happening over in the Sidwell Cullum area. And he's got to find out because Rocco is in danger.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got to find a way to get some info somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it might be through Detective Fitzpatrick. And plus, with the theory that he's going to be a big old Mo, which is true, and be the next love interest for Lucas, they got to
He
meet.
is?
They got to meet somehow.
He is?
That's what people are thinking. Don't come to me
Oh,
for the news, Ma.
yeah. Well, I believe that, not that it makes any difference, but I believe that actor is gay.
Yeah, which is definitely feeding speculation into what his romantic interests might be on General Hospital, especially since Lucas is now newly single.
Yeah, he is newly single, and there doesn't seem to be anybody on canvas for him. I think Pascal is gay as well, but Lucas and Pascal are going to kill each other.
Well, he totally is.
They're going to kill each other. They're not
As
going to
the
do
day
anything
is
else.
long. He is gay as the day is long. That is for dang sure. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Don't they go dark in July? I think that they do go dark in July. Just, a little summer break for people. But so if Jason comes back in June, he starts airing in July, they go dark in July. Like they all go dark in July. So it's not like, I don't think that the scheduling works where like he comes back and then since they're dark, we're not going to see much of Jason. Like they have it like all planned out because if that was the case, then we wouldn't see much of anybody. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Do you think that they will let Willow and Chase cheat together? Asks Connor. What a new interesting development here. No,
Willow and Chase.
I don't think so. I don't think that they're going to get there.
I don't think so either.
Here's why. Number one, they're being pushed there by Michael. This is going to blow up in Michael's face.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not going to work out in the way that he intends.
Mm-hmm.
Will he get a picture or two from this dog toting PI?
I did
That's
not, I think where they showed us that someone was taking their pictures, I did not think of that lady PI with her dumb dog.
nope,
I
nope,
did
sure
not.
didn't. Welcome back. Welcome back. Will he get some pictures that might look a little suspicious? Sure. Like, what was it? Patty cake on
Yeah,
with Roger Rabbit. Like they took the
yeah,
pictures of that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you know what? It's funny because he's saying, "Well, where are the pictures of them?" You know,
Well, they're
well,
not. They're not doing it.
exactly. And she was like, "Well, that's not what they did."
Of course. Yeah, they weren't. They were just. They seemed to have just been talking.
Hmm.
It seems so.
I mean, very intently, very listening to each other, but still just talking.
It's like they're good friends who are asking each other for a favor and updates on each other's life. I don't know what you're looking for here, Michael. So
Hmm.
I think you might get a picture or two that might look like something that it isn't, and you might go, all right, we're gonna move forward with this. There could be suspicion and
Sure, the pictures,
accusations.
the pictures, I think the only thing they would accomplish right now is just make Brooklyn a little jealous.
Unless they like went to the press or something, and he's like trying to make it seem like Willow's having an affair while Drew is in his locked-in state, which
Hmm.
is maybe something that he could do. I don't know, but I don't think they're going to cross the line. I don't think they're going to actually, start cheating or start doing it or anything like that. And the reason why I think it is, is I think General Hospital has decided that Chase and Brooklyn are the couple that are gonna be solid. Like the one, like the Ned and the Olivia, like the ones that you just expect to always make it through. I
Oh, I
think
expect it. Yeah.
I think that's what Chase and Brooklyn are. I think that's what they are. I think they're going to be our stable, solid couple that just there'll be tension, there'll be disagreements, there'll be drama and trouble.
Hmm.
But I don't know if they're ever going to necessarily fall apart from one another. Two reasons. Number one, they're great together. They got great chemistry.
Hmm.
You believe it. You believe Chase and Brooklyn.
They sure do love to have Swicker take his shirt off, huh? Boy, they love that.
They sure do, but without Brooklyn. Only with Willow. And number two is because of that. There is only I feel as though so many characters that would make sense with the chased Brooklyn, not Chase Brooklyn, but the chased
Hmm.
Brooklyn. I think there's only so many characters that fit with that, and I think that Chase is the one.
Hmm.
They found the one that works, the one that they can have the romance with, the one that's not going to be a problem of, well, we're not going to do, and there's no issues and no trouble, and I'm happy to work at her speed and do whatever it is. Like, I think that when it comes to a production standpoint and an ease standpoint, they're going to last because it's way easier to keep Chase with Brooklyn than try to figure out how to get the same love story with her and somebody else.
And I don't think those two actors, I don't think Josh and Amanda want that for their characters either. They don't want them to be, liking this person, now I like that person, now I like that person. I don't think they want that for their character either.
Yeah.
They're pretty conservative people, that's two of them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, clearly Chase is fine taking he's swicky. He's fine. He's
Yeah,
fine getting spritz down and running across the
sure.
soundstage, and we all love to see it. Like if that's what you look like after donuts, Detective Chase.
Hmm. And Josh wants to keep his physique anyway because he's making all those movies. He makes those movies. You got to take your shirt off those movies, be all cute and everything.
Niska wants to know why. Hi, Niska. Why does Chase buy flowers for Willow but not his wife? You know what? I'm going to defend Chase. I'm going to say we don't know how often Chase buys flowers for BLQ.
I think that Chase is just very, very grateful right now to Willow because of the baby situation.
Totally, totally
So,
grateful.
so I think that's why he bought her flowers, not because he's trying to woo her at all. He's just so grateful.
I don't see his eye wandering away from Brooklyn. I see him being very thankful to somebody he considers a friend.
Yes.
And
And
he's
he's
just that kind
been
of guy.
bamboozled pretty much. I mean, Willow's used him.
You know, yeah, he's a forgiving man, though. For me, listen, folks, I wouldn't. I criticized it though in the beginning, like when he was being like, but Willow and blah, 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 like in the whole shooting story, is like she married him, cheated on him with Michael while she thought he was dying. Like she was not being good girl Willow to
No,
Chase at the end of their
no, but he has a
romance.
tendency to blame other people for Willow's woos.
Well, they were doing, and then we pushed them together. Like, he blamed himself. He blamed himself and Sasha for pushing them together during the whole
Mm-hmm.
Wiley situation.
Yep.
So, whatever. Whatever. It's too soon for Lucas, says Allie. It's too soon for Lucas to find another man. It could be a long-term thing. It could be a long path.
You know how they have soap opera characters like do a long dance first? Maybe that's what will happen.
Yeah. Maybe they have. Maybe I'm not ready. Well, I'm not ready either because of this. And maybe possibilities out there
Hmm.
that Detective Jonathan Bennett Fitzpatrick and Lucas Jones could have a long road to coming together in which it's finally satisfied. I don't know. I don't really know what the plans are when it comes to if you're Jonathan Bennett, and I'm not saying like he's like this mega superstar of acting or anything. He's just been busy. He hasn't lacked for work. It's not like he's necessarily spent a bunch of time going, "Oh golly."
Wasn't he in some particular movie that was he in Mean Girls or
Yeah, he was in
something?
Mean Girls. He was the boy in Mean Girls. The one that everybody was just so hot
Yes.
about.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't remember his name in it.
Very handsome.
But yeah, he's a handsome dude. And still is.
Hmm.
But he's somebody that's been working steadily. Coming to General Hospital is a creative choice.
Sure.
So I don't know what to expect. I don't know what his expectations are or what his goals are when it comes to playing Fitzpatrick. If he wants to be like, oh, let's see if this lasts 25 years, or if he's like, let's see what's going on for one or two.
Right.
I don't
Right.
know.
Right. Well, they wouldn't bother to hire him if it was he was something that's going to be short-lived story. I don't think that it bothered to hire him.
Well, no,
To
no,
hire somebody.
no. Here's the thing, though. The fun part is you can come onto the sound stage and you can do your thing. And I think he's done daytime before a little bit as well, like the guiding light, bold in the one
I
life
think
to
he has
something.
too.
He's done it a little. He's done a little daytime something before when he was younger, I think.
Hmm.
So the speed probably isn't going to be totally alien to him. It's even more fast now than it was before.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
we've seen some people come in and not float, and not survive it, and not handle it, and not be able to keep up. So that's always a key thing. You can hire the person with a 2-year contract with all of these goals in mind, but if they show up and they Jackie Templeton you,
Hmm.
then then what are you gonna do?
Right.
What are you
Right.
gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Yeah.
Because she came in with that whole thing and the Finn affair, and Finn's actually Chase's dad, and oh my god, it was so bad. But also at the
What?
same
It
time, like
was
she
bad,
ran
wasn't it?
into personal troubles and stuff at the same time. And this is the NYPD blue lady. I can't even remember her. Kim Delaney.
Kim Delaney.
And she ran into personal problems afterward, and it just wasn't working out, and this, that, and the other stuff, and and then just boom, pop,
She gone.
gone. Oh, I went on a conference and was never saw again.
Another really wasted big name I thought was Eva LaRue.
Well, they just wrote the wrong story.
They did.
They wrote the wrong story. They gotta keep the audience members in mind. You
Hmm.
know, and Danny, old Asher and Tonizan. He was
Hmm.
on Stone Cold and Jackal podcast talking about Danny and Charlotte and
Yeah.
how they squish that. That is
Oh.
gone.
Oh, I didn't know. I
That
didn't
is
see.
that is gone. They are not. That is not moving Danny. Don't worry, folks. If you had a bad taste in your mouth, with Danny and Charlotte, that has been forgotten
Yeah. Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
He was
The
talking about
fact
that
that
man.
they had two different scenes to explain why it was okay.
I get it. I get it. I get both sides. I get the sides that were like, okay, and then I also get the side that's like, come on, guys, it's a soap. Let's get over it. I get it. I
Mhm.
get both sides. I really do. I think that the proper side won out because you just don't need to go about having to explain things or having the conversation or having to dance around it. The closest you can get is Dante and Sam. They
Yeah.
share siblings.
Yes. Yes.
That's
They do
all.
share siblings.
I think that's probably the closest that you can get.
But there's no 12th cousins removed.
Not that we know of. I mean,
Not that we know
12th?
of, not yet.
12th? 12th? Possibly. They could be 12th cousins. Second, though, no.
No.
Yes, they wasted Eva's talent. Yeah, they wrote the wrong story. But like I said, we've seen it. We've seen it. The Rocco thing going down the stairs, wrong story.
Wrong story. Yep.
The return of Elizabeth's parents, wrong story.
Mm-hmm.
Detective Officer Rari, not Rari Gibson, but Rari Cabrera.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, wrong story. Done.
Wrong story.
Wrong
Yeah,
story. Wrong
Wrong
story.
story.
Wrong story. I really hope we get a wrong story situation out of the car accident with Curtis, but I don't think we're gonna.
No, it's too deep already.
It's too deep. It's leading to something. Valentine's involved. We're hitting each other. This kid is not going to get a surgery. Like something else is shaken out of this thing, and they're not able to get off of the train when it comes to this particular
Now,
one.
you would think, even if Curtis was doing this on the down low, not involving anybody, you would think he would be actively looking for Valentine in town.
I cannot explain it. I don't want to. I don't even want to try to explain it because he acts like Valentine never showed up.
Exactly. It's like he was a figment of his imagination.
You know, like he didn't get help.
Mm-mm.
Could he have gotten help sooner? Yes. Yes, he
Yes.
could have gotten help sooner. Something that is that we need to keep in mind when it comes to the aftermath of the accident. We're not going to spend too much time on this because there's still so many more important things to talk about. We already talked about this at length. Excuse me. But when it comes to the accident itself, time was protracted and strengthened and stretched and shrunk and stretched and supposedly the intention was that Curtis and Jordan were out there for a significant amount of time, like an hour plus, before
Yes.
Valentine even showed up. We're
Yes.
supposed to not know how long that they were unconscious before Curtis woke up.
Right.
So it was supposed to be an hour plus long ordeal for them.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like just the few scenes that we saw,
No.
only a couple of minutes.
No, it wasn't 10 minutes.
Right. And so that's playing into it too. It's like, we're gonna go way sooner. You gotta remember that though.
I think totally the person and nobody caused the accident anyway. Jordan did. But the person that had this near miss with him was Brook Lynn. Absolutely was Brook Lynn.
At this point, you really think it's Brooklyn.
Yes.
The only thing is the whole Danny Charlotte thing. Unless they've decided to take the story in the Brooklyn direction, then Danny and Charlotte are the only culprits left.
Brooklyn always, anytime, any mention of anything about that evening, Brooklyn looks like she's just swallowed a cat. You know?
You know, it's entirely possible that was her. I don't know what dramatic circumstance we get out of it being Brooklyn. If anything, maybe that's the thing. It's just feels wrecked and guilty, and it does interfere with the Phoebe thing. And that's the dramatic consequence of it. I don't know. I'm not sure how it works out.
You know they're not going to get to keep that little baby. Something's going to happen. They are not going to get to be able to keep the baby.
No. So what we got this week was crazy Christina getting involved, and that's not going to be good for anybody. Because as soon as listen, folks, doing a podcast is fun because you just get to change your mind every week. Don't come here for the news, because I get to change my mind every week. Ethan is now the baby daddy, and it has everything to do with the Metro Court scenes and the law and the stressful looks. And do you think that they'll be good parents to the baby and to Christina? Ethan is that baby's daddy. Then we get crazy wide-eyed Christina with saucers. Oh, a baby. She is one revelation of learning that this is Ethan's baby away from making sure that Brook Lynn and Chase don't get her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, no, this is your baby. You need to have her.
Yeah. And I will raise her for you.
And I'll help you raise her because I am void. I have a baby void in me.
She does. Yeah.
And they made that very clear in the conversation. I will regret every day going up to Ava's room. She got a baby void.
Exactly.
Phoebe is a baby-sized baby. And we'll fill that baby void in Christina. Especially as Christina and Ethan ignite their romance, folks. If you're a big Christina and Ethan fan from way back when, if you thought that they had potential, you're going to get it.
I think there could be something with Christina and Ethan. I do.
I
I
think they're
do.
going to get it.
And I do remember how much she liked Ethan. But, you know, There's a big difference between somebody being, and there's an age gap between them. But, as you get older, that age gap seems to narrow and doesn't seem kind of creepy.
Mm-hmm.
He always treated her like, oh, that poor little girl's got a crush on me kind of thing. You know?
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
never took her seriously or anything. It was just like, oh, she got a little crush on me. She'll be all right. I don't want to hurt her feelings. I'm going to be nice to her. But
Yeah.
she got a little crush on me. But he never looked at her that way.
Oh, goodness. No. That's fine. We need to get off of that. We need to talk about something else. We need to talk about Rick bought Liz a piece of art.
Yes. Sonny had to eat some crow, didn't he?
Shit.
That's funny.
So that wasn't last week, right? So this week was so packed full of stuff that was Monday, right? With the whole gun confrontation in Avis.
Yes.
That was this week. That wasn't at the end of last week. That was the beginning
Yeah.
of this week. Sometimes it's hard to tell because it's so good. So yeah, so I don't remember who said it in the chat last week that he was buying art for Liz, but congratulations for being right.
That's exactly right. Exactly right.
That's exactly right.
I thought he was buying a piece of art that Sidwell had that was
Too many
willing to let it
layers.
go. He was gonna, and Ava was the go-between. I thought that Rick was buying a gift for Sonny.
Not
Why I
quite.
didn't think it was Elizabeth. It does make more sense that it was Elizabeth, actually.
Yeah, it absolutely makes way more sense for it to be a gift for Liz. 1,000%.
Yeah, and there's Rick right there. He tries so hard he tries too hard with Elizabeth.
I
He
mean,
does.
he tries very hard because I really like Rick. I have a lot of sympathy for Rick. I know he doesn't. I know that there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of memories of what Rick has done in the past. I don't have those memories. So it's a lot easier for me to be sympathetic to Rick right now than I'm sure it is for a lot of other people.
Well, I think Rick is very sincere, and I think he's not trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes right now.
I think that
And I'm
Mhm.
glad that, Sonny didn't do something to him to take him off canvas for a while.
No, that whole thing, Rick Hurst, amazing performance. You look terrified out of your freaking mind. You
Mhm.
were so afraid that Sonny was going to finally shoot, and justifiably so. You know that Sonny does not need half a reason.
No, but I thought Rick was a little too forgiving in a way. I think at the end of it,
He has to
I
be. He's got to be the forgiving one, though, doesn't he?
I know, but I would have been tempted to say, "Damn, brother, you was gonna kill me. You an ass."
He has to take the high road. It's recognizing what he's done in the past and how there's plenty of reason to not be trusted and that sort of thing. I understand being forgiving, especially in the high stakes world of mafia. Like I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. I
He
get it.
really gave Sonny a buy. Yeah, I understand why you would think that of me,
Mm-hmm.
but I think Sonny, maybe this will make him really embrace Rick. I do like Rick and Sonny getting along. I do like it.
Yeah.
I want them to do a caper together where they have to really lean on each other or something.
We'll probably
Because
get there. We need the Rocco revelation, and everybody's got to come together.
that totally pulls. Now, Sonny is going to be real right now. He's been on the peripheral, but yes, that is going to pull Sonny in 100%. I don't think Cullum is going to last forever. I think
Oh
Cullum,
no,
I think Cullum is going to wind up being gone.
1,000%. There's no way Cullum's walking away from this. Now he's scary. There's no doubt Cullum's scary. He's a scary
Mhm.
man, and that actually makes Andrew Hawks more funny on Instagram because he's basically a comedian.
Yes, I've seen him. Yeah, he's goofy. He's very fun.
But the contrast absolutely makes that Instagram content just more delicious than it would be if he
Exactly.
was a different character on
It
TV.
makes him way more. It makes it that the content is way more fun because of that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Rick spent too much time on his vendetta with his brother, and he just really wants to be brother. That's what he wants. Yeah,
Hmm.
I think that you should take Rick at face value. I think that he wants to mend bridges. I think that the being locked in the basement really was a life-changing experience for him.
Yeah.
As he explained when they let him out of the basement, that this was a life-changing experience for me. I'm going to let all this go, you crazy coven.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, look at where my choices have brought me in life. I totally get it, 1,000,000%. I totally understand. When it comes to Rick and Liz, they don't. They work. Sure, if you were to put it down on paper, when it comes to them right now, they work. They work just fine. They work just fine. They work just fine. Is there plenty of reason for them to like each other and get along and hang out and love each other? Of course, there's plenty of reasons for them to do that. Absolutely. They have plenty of reasons in their life for them to follow that path. But is the passion there? Do they really feel it? Does Liz really feel it like Rick does? Or does Rick have a lot of nostalgic feelings for how great it was? And now that I am trying this new me, maybe it's going to be better.
Well,
But
yeah,
is he
he's
really
been.
feeling it?
He has said to Elizabeth on a few occasions, including this past week where they were having dinner, that he's so grateful that she's giving him another chance.
Right, right. There's that gratitude, and I'm going to give you this expensive gift of this thing that you really like, and she loves it, and she has plenty, and it makes her feel good. There's plenty of reasons.
Yes.
But love isn't science. Just because you got a lot of reasons to doesn't mean that you should. Doesn't mean that it's time. Doesn't mean that it's right. Doesn't mean that it's even is what your relationship really even is. Is their relationship actually just deep earned friendship?
I think maybe for Elizabeth it is. I think she's trying to
And that's
force
what it
herself
is.
into. I think she's really trying to force herself into a relationship with Rick and feel about him that way because even though he's had done some dastardly things in the past, I think she does see that he is sincere right now. He is safe. Right
Yeah.
now, he's very safe. She can believe what he says.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when it comes to just like the whole organicness of it, I don't think she feels the same way he does.
I think that with this, like with every other story but the car accident, when we could just get so many layers of quality, of nuance, of thoughts underneath the dialogue, and the actors really truly understanding what it is that they're trying to portray on our screens. Because this isn't vocal, this isn't conversation. Liz didn't sit down Lucas and say, you know, I'm having these doubts. I'm having these wonders. These are all things that you're pulling from the performance that Rebecca Herbst is giving us. And the reactions that Rick Hurst is giving from her. Like, it's so amazing. It's so enjoyable, and I love it.
Now, chemistry, I do see chemistry with Elizabeth and Dante.
And that's the thing that also
I do.
that feeds into the whole Rick thing is if it wasn't for the Dante part of it, then we would probably be a little more on board with thinking that this is straight up they're just going to go ahead and link Rick and Liz together. But with the Dante half of it, you can see Rebecca Herbst, high five. I hope you're at the next thing. Because
And
you can
this
see it, Ma. You can see the difference. You can see the difference in the amount of care. Like, she doesn't not care about Rick, but she cares about Rick in a different way that she's caring about Dante right now.
exactly. I think she cares about Rick like as an old friend, but I
Yeah.
don't think she really like has any you
Oof.
know,
Any
passion for.
oof.
But I think she thinks Dante is awfully interesting.
And it's not even and it's interesting and it's interesting from a audience point of view too, because when you're watching this you think, oh wow, Elizabeth might think that Dante's a little hot. It's not like the, oh my gosh, Dante's just been so cute
And you know,
recently
it could
type of
create
feeling.
some kind of a little riff in the whole, family too between the brothers because if Rick loses Elizabeth to his nephew, basically,
Yeah, he can be unhappy
where's
about that.
Sonny gonna be in there? Ah, you lost your girl.
Oh well, get over it, Rick. You lost her 3 times already once. Let me tell you a story about a woman named Carly. And now I've got my love nest with Justine. Did they build a special set for just their lovemaking? is the
Yes,
scene.
they do.
So,
They
so
did.
that little apartment that they hang out in, and they can have their safe conversations, and nobody can spy on them or know that she went to Sonny's house or anything like that. That little thing, is that called
That's
Sonny's
it.
love nest in the script? I need to know. Fido, are you watching right now? Is that called Sonny's love nest? Like interior Sonny's love nest.
I think
Justine.
it's Sonny's love nest, and it's that living quarters that's in Charlie's.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Oh, see,
They
it is,
they
but
come in the back door of Charlie's all the
is
time.
that Charlie's and not just like an apartment?
And that's not an apartment. That's at Charlie's because he built a little living quarters
Mm-hmm.
in Charlie's when they redid it,
Mm-hmm.
where Christina had a place to crash if she had a long day and just didn't want to go to her mom's house.
Needed to go sleep somewhere.
Yep.
I
Or
remember
just
us
a place
talking.
to
Yes,
chill.
I do. I remember us talking about it now because I likened it to Grandpa Al's office home at his
Yes.
machine shop.
Yes.
Ethan Lovett was married to Maya Ward. Oh, that's good. That's another
I
Quartermain
don't
connection.
remember that.
That's another Quartermain connection, folks.
Yep.
Ethan May, but it won't work. Oh, I have to go back in the chat a little bit. I don't know what they're talking about. Rick spent too much time on his vendetta. Said that already. Sonny needs to forget the mob stuff, says Jeannie. He's all but forgotten the mob stuff, honestly, Jeannie.
Yeah, I think so. He doesn't have both his boots in this whole Sidwell story, not really. I mean, he does to a certain degree, but it's not like, they're gunning for each other all the time. He did wind up just selling the Pierce to Sidwell. I think he'll get
With
it back
tremendous
eventually.
pressure behind it, but yeah, he did ultimately sell.
Hmm.
Really, he's been pretty divested from the mafia thing. Like, really, it's hard for me to even know how he's importing his stuff unless he's now paying a cut to Sidwell to be able to
Yeah,
use the docks to import his
yeah.
diamonds. I don't know what they are.
Hmm.
It's rare pieces. Oh, what are they? Knockoff Louboutins. Liz and Rick probably won't last. They'll probably part as friends, says Allie. I think so. I think that they're going to be mature about it. I think that this is a prime opportunity for them to show and really, really like hammer in any sort of permanent growth that they want to work into Rick's character. Is if he is able to let Liz go in a mature way. Like that
Yeah,
would
that's
be
tell to see if he can do that. Boy, that would be counter past Rick for sure if he did.
and key to showing any sort of character evolution for him.
Hmm.
I don't know what that means for Rick in the future. I don't know if that means that they're going to write him off or they can't find something else, but it's an opportunity. It's definitely an opportunity. Here's my struggle too though sometimes, because sometimes when you like, end the character's arc,
Hmm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when they get over their shit. I'm sorry for the S words today, folks. When they get over their stuff and now they're
Hmm.
different, that's incredibly dangerous for a TV character.
Well, yeah, it is very dangerous for a TV character, and it's really dangerous for Trina Robinson right now. It is
What's going on? Why do you say that?
because they have not
Oh.
since the Sprina ended.
Hmm.
Um, we've been looking for them to give something for Trina that's
They can't.
substantial
They
since
don't.
then, and they haven't.
They
Not
haven't. They
really.
don't. I don't. Yeah.
Her and Kai's relationship is very safe.
I wish that I had like a really like knowledgeable and well thought out answer as to what it is. I know that General Hospital and ABC likes to have a large cast because it makes Port Charles feel big and alive, and boy does it.
Hmm.
It works. The cast, and because of that, when you have scenes with Elizabeth and Dante talking about, or no, yeah, it was Elizabeth and Dante talking about past trauma and how it makes you think different, see the world different. And if it wasn't for the people that are around you,
Hmm.
you could definitely fall into a deep, dark place. And if it wasn't for name drop, name drop. If it wasn't for Gail, if it wasn't for Bobby, if it wasn't for, then I wouldn't be in this.
Hmm.
She didn't even mention Laura, which surprised me, but whatever, who
Me too.
cares? Maybe she just didn't remember to say the name when they were shooting
Maybe.
the scene and they moved on. I don't know. Who
Could
cares?
be.
Doesn't really matter. But because the cast has been so big, because people are so involved, because it can splash into all of these different characters, it feels like a real city. It feels like these people really know each other.
Mm-hmm.
And when you take a look at like maybe Beyond the Gates, for example, that doesn't have a bunch of characters coming in and out. The cast isn't very wide. We're very much watching the same people every single day.
Mm-hmm.
There's no mix.
No.
You don't let Eva go for a little bit while you focus on Leslie. Everybody's involved in all of the episodes. It doesn't feel as big. It doesn't feel as interconnected. It doesn't feel like this wide world or this big old city of drama. So, good job,
Right.
GH, with their big old cast. So all of that to say, that's why Trina's still there. I think that's why they're still trying to find something for her to do, romance to play, songs, connections to Geo, but they're missing opportunities at the same time. Josslyn is missing. Trina's her roommate.
Right.
She's not studying at the library for the
No.
last 3 days, and you don't know she's in the WSB like Carly and Valentine does. So when it comes to the portrayal of Trina in this wide city of events, they're missing elements. She is a bit disconnected.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah, that is a problem. That makes it hard for them to necessarily fold her into the stories, and it makes it hard for me as an audience member too to be as invested in what it is that's going on with Trina stuff if it's clearly on the side.
Yeah.
It's like, here's General Hospital in Trina.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're going, here's General Hospital in Trina, then it's very easy for me to just walk on by.
Yeah.
I get what you mean, Matt. When a character fizzles out, there's nothing for them, says Tyrone. And I think that maybe that could be playing as well. Characters are not people. They're not alive. They are storytelling devices. They are meant to have something for us to attach to while we watch the story play.
This is what I'm not opposed to when it comes to Rick.
Yeah.
Okay. Things don't work out with Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He circles back to Alexis.
That's fun.
They rekindle and they're funny as all get out.
That works. That works.
And their little scene this week where, he sits her down and says, what did you tell my brother?
Uh-huh.
Basically.
Yeah.
And she pretty much told him, I told him that I thought that you were sincere.
You were up to not no good. I thought you were up to
Yeah,
good.
you were,
I said you
you
should
were
give him a
being real.
chance. It was
You
that
know?
Ethan. It was that Ethan Lovett. I think that Rick and Alexis coming back together in their grandmotherly years. You know how that
Yes.
works in soaps.
Yes.
You're done playing the thing. She's with somebody that makes sense for Alexis,
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah.
But with his added sincerity, it could work. It could last, and they just become the Bickersons.
Exactly.
And you love the Bickersons, folks.
Yes, I think it would be awesome. I think it would be awesome. And I think they could be funny at home.
Yeah.
I think they could be hilarious at the law office, especially if they wind up being, Lansing, Davis, Lansing, Miller, whatever
Yeah.
configuration they want to do.
Uh-huh. Yes.
It could be very funny. It could be
totally,
very,
totally. All three of them too. Like Diane and Alexis and yes, 1,000%. Those scenes would be golden.
yes.
You could just have the comedy stylings of them as they just talk about whatever it is that might be happening in Port Charles, almost like the red carpet at the
Yeah,
at the nurses' ball.
but throw in some, some
Drama.
other beats as well.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, they're not just going to be the sitcom of the show, but yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. What I was trying to say about like characters, just so I could just end that thought, is characters aren't alive. They don't necessarily get born at age 0 and die at 99. They live for the story. They exist because of the story. They exist because story is happening to them. If there's no story left for a character, then that's just it. Like trying to resuscitate a character that you can't get any more story out of is always going to be a losing endeavor. And I know that sounds harsh, and I know what I'm about to say sounds even more harsh. But Trina was Sprina, and without that, she's got no place.
It's hard for her. I think it's hard for the writing team to find her footing
Yeah.
without Spencer. And I don't see Spencer. I do see Spencer coming back someday because there's no body. But I don't see Spencer coming back like in the next few months.
No, no,
But
no.
I do think that Spencer will be back someday.
Yeah.
I would love it if they introduced Spencer and his dad together back on the show.
When they're ready to resurrect the whole Cassadine family and try to get those plots going again. Right now
Hmm.
we're WSB focused on
Very
things,
much.
and rightfully so. It's been good.
Right.
And I really can't wait to see what's happening with Jack Brennan next. Chris McKenna was very clearly excited over the developments that we just got to see. And he, folks, is also 2 months ahead of us. So he knows what's
Yes.
coming. He's already growing the beard. Is the beard because they have locked him somewhere? It's because they've continued to keep him down. Well, like, what is the beard for? Like he teased us with the beard.
I think that they're going to keep him locked in for a minute. We all know that Drew has required a shot weekly to stay locked in.
Yes, and he needs a shot now.
He needs a shot now. They haven't shown him really since they had him wiggle his hand.
That means that when they go in to inject him with the thing, that means he's going to try to get away.
Yeah,
He's going to stand up.
yeah. Wouldn't that be something if he grabs Willow's wrist when she's about to?
Oh yeah, that's a total ending of a Monday, isn't it? All right,
Hmm.
we're just gonna. And he gives her the Phillip.
Yeah, yeah. But I think they're going to kick Brennan out of the hospital
Hmm.
because they're going to see that he's in the same state that Drew is in.
It's
He's
gonna
going
be
to kick him
yeah.
out of the hospital in some kind of rehab. Someone's going to keep him locked
It's
in.
going to be easier for the WSB and for Cullum and all of them to get him out of General Hospital and put him somewhere that the WSB can control and keep him locked in since they have the medicine
Hmm.
anyway. Totally,
Hmm.
that's absolutely what's going to happen. And then, but here's the thing. Here's the fun part. All right, we all love Carly, and oh God, her hair was gorgeous this week.
Yeah, she's so
Oh my God, like
good,
the
but I
no,
wouldn't do
so
that
usually
or
they do
my
the
hair.
usually they do the blowout and it's all straight.
Hmm.
But this time they let it. It's not the curl. It's not her natural tight curls, but they let it have.
They did kind of a beach wave on her, and since her
Okay.
hair is so thick and so beautiful,
Hmm.
uh, well, you know what? You cannot do anything to Laura's Wright's hair and have it look bad.
Listen, this
The
beach
girl was
wave. I
blessed with
didn't.
a
I
head of
didn't know
hair.
how to describe it, but the beach wave that you have explained, that you have described it, is the best hairstyle they've given her.
She's
It's
very
so much better than the blowout. The blowout. The blowout. I don't. I don't. I'm not trying to be critical, folks. The blowout doesn't quite match the full like face shape for me. But this that they gave her, the best hairstyle they've given Carly. Better than the short, better than the blowout.
Hmm.
This and she and also it took years from her too. She looked younger to me.
She did.
She
You're
she
right.
yeah, she
You're
did
right.
not look pushing 60. She looked mid 50s to me
Hmm.
with that hairstyle.
She looked great.
She looked absolutely stunning, and I hope Laura White watches this so she can hear me say that. What fantastic hair, and just makes me think I need to spend more time on my hair because if it can make that huge of an impact on somebody that I've seen every day for the last 7 years, then maybe I can become real handsome.
You are really handsome. What are you talking about?
But gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous hair. Anyway, I don't even know what I was trying to talk about when it comes to Carly because I got distracted by how gorgeous her hair was this week. Oh my God. Ugh. Oh, she's good though. She's good. She just they're just loving Valentine, being in the middle of it all, but also nobody knows she's in the middle of it all. Having these
Right.
clandestine conversations with
I
Nina.
this is what I love this week when it comes to Carly, the interaction with Nina
Yes.
And Nina not knowing that Carly knows
Yes.
that Brennan's actually locked in.
Right, right. Like, she doesn't, and then like the whole like, and then Carly like denying the idea that well, what I mean, gosh, wouldn't the police be interested to know that Valentine came through Willow's house, huh? And then she walks away as she does, and then classic Nina is like, wait a minute, why would she even say?
Yep.
And goes right up back to her. I figured out what you're saying, and I know that Valentine's in your house, so I'm gonna be very interested to say what they were actually talking about. Mother,
Hmm.
the subtlety, the layers, the allowing the audience to use their intelligence to be able to put these plot beats together rather than being just explicit about them.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed
And
it.
I love the idea that perhaps Carly and Nina are going to be forced to get along to a certain degree for a common good.
I'm not sure because okay, so I remember now. So Carly feeling what I was trying to say about Carly before I get distracted by her hair. As revealed when she was talking to Valentine, Carly feels bad that this happened to Brennan.
She does.
Like so Valentine was making these choices to try to get information and all of that sort of stuff, but Carly and Nina both didn't quite put together that Valentine was trying to put together this meeting to get information or just kill the guy. Neither one of them expected it to be that.
No.
And now that Brennan is locked in, and Carly is feeling a little bad about it.
She is feeling a little bad about it because that wasn't her agenda. Her agenda has always been to get Josslyn out of the WSB,
Take Brennan
not
down.
necessarily hurt people along the way.
Get Josslyn out of the WSB, and they always kept on saying get Brennan, like take Brennan down. So basically,
Right,
remove him from his position in the WSB,
right.
not lock him in so his consciousness is
No,
alive, but his
not
body
put
doesn't
him,
work.
not put him in the wing of victims with Drew.
Right. And then also, we had the flash of sympathy that we got from her a couple of weeks ago, too, where she's like, listen, I feel a little bad because listen, I know that he's made these choices. I know that he's a bad man to a degree. I know that he put Josslyn in this situation and it's not okay. And that is not okay. I know this. But I also know that he genuinely loves me.
Yes,
I also know that he makes choices for me that are genuinely love and not a
right.
toxic, controlling love, but a genuine I
Yeah.
want to do something and be something important for this person.
hmm hmm
So,
And and Brennan, how Brennan has expressed as well. Yes, his intention he used was using her in the beginning. His plan wasn't to seduce her.
no,
His plan wasn't to have genuine feelings for her
but he
and
did.
fall in love with her
But he wound up
because
having
he's
them.
always been able to distance himself before. He's always been able to keep
Yes.
things in categories in his mind.
Yes. Yes.
And this has taken him by surprise. His own feelings have. Because he's always been able to remain callous in the past.
Yeah. He's always been able to remain callous, be separated from it, from feelings, from emotionals, from attachments. He doesn't have many in his life. Obviously, he doesn't have many, but he's got one.
And and Carly basically has been kind of taken aback by it a little bit too. But at the same time, a lot of the reason why she wants her daughter out of the WSB is that she doesn't want her daughter turned into an emotionless little shell with just an agenda.
Nope.
She
Too
doesn't
late
want
though,
to see her
Carly.
daughter turn her heart off.
Too late. She's already turned her heart off toward Cassius. Don't get excited. It's not going to be the romance of Cassius and Josslyn, folks. I don't think we're going to get the
I don't think so.
romance of Josslyn and Cassius, but I do think that they might find themselves with some sort of like trusting friend bond.
I do too. And I don't think that Cassius and Lulu are going to last either.
They're already done.
They're already done, but I don't think they're going to circle back around.
I don't
I
think so
don't think
either.
so.
Mm-mm. I
I don't
think
think so.
that that care for her is going to remain to be a motivation for Cassius to continue to make good choices. But when it comes to any sort of like, it's done for Lulu. No way.
Yeah. Yeah. I have liked the fire that we've seen in Lulu in the past couple of weeks, though. I saw some old Lulu in her this week. I saw some
I
Julie Berman in her this week. I
I
did.
don't give a crap about Julie Berman, folks. I'm here for the Alexa Havins experience.
Well, me
Oh my
too.
God.
Me too. My point is, though, she seemed to find some real Spencer fire this week that I believed it.
Shoot, if you didn't believe it last week, then you're crazy, mother, because she was giving it to Nathan big time.
She was.
Shoot,
She
if you
was. She
don't
was.
think I don't know exactly what's going on here, ooh, one of my favorite moments. This week, again, Alexa Havens given me, and I think honestly, Ma, I even she's an actress of moments, and that must be the reason why I like her so much. I remember seeing her at the GH Fan Club event last year, and saying,
hmm
"You gave me this moment." I don't remember what the moment was anymore, but I remember telling her about it,
hmm
and she's given it last week She gave it to me, if you don't know. And this week, she just gives me moments after moments, too. Britta, how could you not understand? It's not just 4 years. It was also the entire pregnancy in his first 7 months.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah.
Britta's not wrong. She's feeling a
Right.
little hyper because of the time she's lost.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
Dante's going to come around to we need to get the kid out of town.
Yeah, I thought, it was very compelling with Lulu telling her that because what she told her that she missed was why Britta feels so connected to this child.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The beats that Lulu missed
Yeah.
is where she feels her connection from.
Yeah. Totally. Totally. Britta and Lulu are going to have to find a common ground when it comes to protecting Rocco. Britta already wants to. Britta already feels it in her heart. We need to get him out of town. We don't need to do anything.
They, like we said earlier, they should have got him out of town last week. This week, it puts too much
Now it's
attention
too
on
late.
him.
Now it's too late. Um,
Puts too much attention on him now to scurry him out of town.
I
And
really
Dante
like.
didn't agree with that either about having him leave.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, I think here. Oh God, it's so good. Oh my gosh! Especially this particular story, especially the Rocco was shot column and Jason's the whole W. Just it's so that section of the show right now is just A plus, A flippin'
Mhm,
plus.
mhm.
From Dante to Rocco to Lulu to Britta to everybody involved. It is just so compelling. It is my favorite thing to look forward to watching every single day. Is who are we gonna get from this particular story because it's just so good. Um, and I have to, I can't stop complimenting the actors who are pulling it off too. Clearly, they're very inspired by how good the story is because Dominic
Yes, they
Zampagna
are.
has not been this good in years.
I agree
He has
100.
not, and he's good all the time, but he hasn't been this good in years.
No, and you could, I think from just watching him for years, I think Dominic is enjoying playing Dante more now than he ever has.
I think that police commissioner Dante is exactly who Dante needs to be at this point in his character arc, in his life, in the time on the soap. Commissioner Dante, perfect. The scenes that he had with Lulu, so good, and I loved the fact that nobody had to break down into emotional like sobbing tears during it, nor did it need to spike up to a huge shouting match. Like the level that they achieved when it came to the conflict and
Hmm.
the resolution that they want, but also like the understanding that you should have told me this a long time ago. And she had
I
already
could have helped you.
kicked Nathan to the curb at that point and came to the realization I probably should have told this guy a while ago before Dante even came in for the confrontation. So she was a little primed to be able to take that criticism
Hmm.
but also explain it and point to Cassius and point to Cassius and point to Cassius. It was him. And Dante's not wrong too. You could have at any point said anything when everything calmed down and you were thinking more clearly.
Hmm.
That confrontation was great. Then moving into the Rocco thing. Being a
Hmm.
great dad, explaining it all. We talked about it a little bit before on the podcast. Rewind if you didn't see it. Then into the scenes with Nathan.
Hmm.
What the buddy?
Yeah.
Just what the F, man?
Yeah. You know what? If Cassius keeps on showing his colors to Dante, Dante's going to figure something
And
out.
that's what that was going to be my next point too. He came in as Nathan. Hey,
Hmm.
what's going on, buddy? It's me, Golden
Hmm.
Retriever Nathan. And then Dante's like,
Hmm.
why the hell did you not tell me that Rocco did this?
Hmm. Hmm.
And he goes, oh, let me just take that
Yeah, he
Nathan
showed
mask off right
Cassius.
now. Uh, and it
He
came
showed
down,
Cassius to Dante that
and
yeah.
I don't know if this is Ryan Pavey. I don't know if it's the writing. I don't know if it's both. All right, but he pulled the Nathan mask off. Metaphorically, he pulled the Nathan mask off.
Hmm.
Cassius was standing there having a conversation with him, and the terms, the rhythm, the how he said, kind of how rude he is about sort of things, like completely changed. He's like, somebody needs to shut your kid up,
Yeah.
like
That's not something
that's
Nathan would
not
have said.
Nathan. That's Cassius, and those little details are just so great. They're so fun to see.
Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh my God.
It's not going to be long before he is going to be saying to someone, something seems off with Nathan.
Yeah. Right. But also at the same time too, it would be very easy for him or Obrecht or anybody that still like wants to believe the narrative, because Obrecht's going to want to believe the narrative for as long as possible, I think.
Yep.
It'd be very easy for them to say, well, we don't really know what happened to him for the last 7 years. Like, he could be a little spicy because of the last 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Very easily, I would accept that.
Yeah.
If I believed that this was Nathan, and I'm like, man, he's kind of a dick now. I mean, like, well, 7 years, man. I'd go, all right,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I would say it.
But Dante also knows how some experience can alter you,
Mm-hmm.
but typically not forever.
No.
Like it's where you would learn how to control yourself again like he did.
Yes. Well, I don't know. Brain damage. Jason, he was totally different forever.
Yeah.
Forever. He never went back to wearing reindeer sweaters and being a doctor.
No, he sure didn't. But every once in a while, it's like Jason knows something medically for no reason. Every once in a while.
Only when the plot demands it. Oh gosh, folks, that was the week. That was General Hospital, and that was our 2-hour podcast about it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but
And there's
boy,
still more to say. I'm just done.
have you noticed this, Matt? I don't know if this is new or if it's just something I've been missing. It seems a little bit like General Hospital is a little tiny bit like Days of Our Lives in only this aspect, where you will have a day or two where you do not see those characters at all. That story is just being on another page right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think
General Hospital and Cat will try to like jam almost everything into an episode, where now they're doing a little more departmentalizing.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I know what you mean. I know what you mean by that. I think that it's just maybe falling into a more traditional soap rhythm. Because I didn't like thinking back to my memories of all my children. I remember knowing who Palmer was. And I remember, he's married to Opal and that sort of thing. But I don't really remember anything that Palmer was up to.
Well, I tell you the
And
reason
I
why.
think it's because he might not have been on as often as everybody else.
He wasn't on as often as everybody. I believe that was James Mitchell playing Palmer. He was having health issues and becoming quite elderly, and he just wasn't up to having such a huge arc all the time. Where back in the early days of Palmer, he had a huge arc all the time. And as the years went on, his arcs got a little
Come in
shorter.
and go, and Petey this
Right.
and go away
But
that.
but James Mitchell was, like I said, becoming quite older and not always being 100%.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But I'm just coming in and going out. I think that's a bit of a soap breath that General Hospital had kind of walked away from as they were trying to
Right.
get as much into it as possible. Here's the thing, though, Ma. I wasn't able to watch all of the episodes this week, but I was mighty informed as to what happened this week because I found a YouTube account out there that I'm not going to share because if I do, it's going to get shut down pretty quick. That clips the episodes of the week. But
You got footnotes?
to a degree, but it's to a degree, sort of. It's not written footnotes or anything, but they're 3-minute videos of different pairings and different scenes of the different things that happen. Like,
Sure.
if I wanted to, when I was done with the podcast, I go to this channel. I can watch all of the scenes that were the Britta and Lulu confrontation. 3 videos of it.
Streamed it just boom, 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 boom
Click,
together.
click. Yeah, click. I can do that, and no commercial breaks, no interspliced scenes. It's as if you're watching the Britta Lulu movie, right? And for that particular one, there was 3, which totaled about 7 minutes, and it was all of it, which means that on television, it was only there was only 7 minutes of the show. That entire confrontation between the two of them, the fights, the revelations, the how could you think that, and all of the memories that we have and the moments that we have, only 7 minutes of the entire thing. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. They don't take on. They don't need much. It's very easy for them to take them out and put them back in and take them out and put them back in when it comes to a character being present, whether they're in the attic or in the plot, and you only need 7 minutes. I didn't realize that it was that short of amount of time because of how it's edited together.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. The YouTube channel you're speaking of is very interesting. However, I don't encourage anybody to watch General Hospital that way.
Oh,
Consistently.
No. Well, you gotta get the full thing. It's easier to appreciate the stories when you have time to digest them. Like the reason why you have the scene and then something else and then the scene and something else, scene and something else, is so you have time to really have what it is that just went on have impact on you. There is so much happening. I'm going to get all scientific and nerdy here in the last couple of minutes. There's so much happening in the subconscious, and I know that sounds just like, if you're not actively thinking about something, it's still very present in your mind as it's being worked on basically in the background. So when you watch a scene and you have the emotional beat and they give you that look as they fade, in your subconscious, you're still processing your connection to that character, the emotions that they're feeling, the story that's coming, and then developing a pattern recognition of what might be coming next. And when it doesn't match that, it's exciting. Or it is exciting when it does match that, because you were right. Both of these things are very rewarding to the human mind, all of that to say. Yes, you need breaks, you need processing time, you need to sleep in order to understand better. So yeah, don't watch it like that. Don't watch it without the commercials or with all of the scenes spliced together. So you're like, oh well, I'm gonna watch all of the Curtis stuff, and then I'm gonna watch all of the Brook Lynn stuff, and then I'm gonna watch all of the Michael stuff. Like it is not the same experience at all. Don't do that.
I would think not.
It's not.
I would think not.
It's not. But when you miss Thursday and you want to see Thursday.
I think in the way you used it this week is brilliant.
Yeah, and then I was able to and since I podcast and since I think about the plots and the beats and that sort of stuff, in this instant, being able to see all of it together, beginning, middle, and end without the breaks was an interesting way of going about it.
That's cool.
But that also means too that they do a great job of giving you the beginning, middle, and end of the little story that they're telling for the particular day. And I got to tell you, the endings, you don't even realize. You're like, isn't there more? That's how good it is. Because the last thing that I saw between Curtis and Isiah was Curtis decking the guy.
Sure
if
did.
anything happened after that, I don't know what happened because I didn't see it on the show. I don't think anything did.
Nothing. I'm curious. I'm curious if the two of them if they had stand-ins or not, because it looked pretty dang good.
Oh,
and the way Isiah
totally
fell over the table and all that stuff.
Isiah, 1,000%. Not so sure about Curtis because he was just throwing the punch. But the man that went through the table was not Swanee Wilson. Absolutely.
Probably not.
Absolutely.
It looked very good though, didn't it?
It did look very good. Good. Anyway, perfect 10 performances to Dominic Zamprogna, to Alexa Havins, to Cynthia Watros, to Laura Wright, to James Patrick Stewart, and also to Chris L. McKenna, who was able to get tapped on the forehead 4 times by Cullum and not burst into laughter.
Right? And you know what though? That was very effective. It's like the disrespect. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean?
You're faking it. But that's it, folks. I'm done. Get in the elevator. Get in. I got to go into it, but otherwise we're going to start talking about something else. Get into the elevator. Go back down to the first floor. Go into the parking garage and tune your radios to previous episodes of the 10th floor, which you can find on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you can't find it on your favorite podcasting platform, reach out to us on Twitter or Gmail, 10floorgh@gmail.com, and I'll send you in the right direction. Like the video if you had a good time. Subscribe to the channel if you want some more. We will not be back in an hour to talk about those other shows, but we will be back next week to talk about this one again. General Hospital live at 11 a.m. We're going to bring you on time next week.
Yep.
As we continue to talk about GH. So, in the meantime, go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.